Yeah.
Okay, welcome. We're gonna do a review of last class. So you'll have the handout and all the answers there. Okay, now who can give me the definition of what a self-help group is? Yeah, go ahead.
Also known as a mutual help, mutual aid, or support group. A group of people who provide mutual support for each other. And a self-help group, the members share a common problem, often in common with disease or addiction. Their mutual goal is to help each other to deal with, if possible, to heal or to recover from this problem.
Here you go. You get a cookie. Okay, who can tell me the characteristics of a self-help group?
They disregard organizational structure and distinctions. They give and receive help, share responsibilities like performing tasks and accomplishing goals, and self-supporting, like thrive on donations rather than funding grants or fees.
You get a cookie too.
Um,
Okay, and who can tell me what the two classifications of self-help group are? Kim.
The Cass and Bender classification and the Howell classification.
Good. You get a cookie if you want it. What are the benefits of self-help group? Jordan.
They help emphasize confession to the group if they have a problem, testimony to the group recounting their past experiences with the problem, their plans for handling them, their comments and others.
Yes. You want a cookie? And what are the 5 therapeutic factors? Lauren.
Cognitive, restricting, hope, altruism, acceptance, and universality. Universality, can't say that.
Good job.
Universality.
Yep.
Okay.
Good job. Guys,
Okay.
you get a cookie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all can get cookies if y'all want, because no one else is here, so.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, Roberto's gonna go.
Okay, guys. Well, I did online self-help groups. I got a bit of information from it. So the objective of online self-help group is pretty much to overcome like barriers people may face in their lives. So probably like transportation would be one. Some people are too busy to go to meetings every 2 days out of the week or something or whatever. Or they might have physical capabilities that might not let them be able to move around very well or something, or say like go take the bus and be able to go to these self-help groups, say like downtown or whatever that may be. So it's just like really a convenient thing for like different people to do. There's 4 primary forms of online self-help groups. One is chat rooms. One is chat rooms is pretty much, I mean, we pretty much know all of these. We've used like some type of chat room before. It's like, it's open for a specific time a day, and other people log on at the same time, and you pretty much interact and have conversations with other people, and they can like respond to you at that exact moment of time. So you got a nice little conversation with somebody. A bulletin board, it is pretty much, you post a question, say that you might have or a problem, and people can, it's open for 24 hours a day, and people just go on there and just reply and give you some examples or help you out with your problem or whatever. Email, obviously email, they could email you, is more like really confidential, say if you want people to know your business or this and that, they can email you. And then listservs, it's pretty much like another like type of bulletin board. It's a large group of individuals that present and receive information and news for it. There's some advantages. One of a couple of them are, it's like diversity of support. There's like a lot of people, like a lot of different age groups, a lot of different ethnicities, this and that could help you. Homebound people, like I said, some people might not be able to leave home for a different amount of reasons, so it's really convenient just to get on your computer and go in the group. Some people might not have those resources and human services, like not everybody in the world can just go like downtown and have like go to a self-help group or whatever, or like they might not be able to, they might not even have a downtown, like they might just have like little towns and stuff where that just really doesn't happen. It's very inexpensive. For the ones that I did like go and like look at, like most of them are free. If not, they're really cheap. Most of them are free, so a lot of people just go and sign up, and it's anonymous. So that's like a big plus for people. Some people might not be able to speak to somebody and tell them about your problems, like the really personal experiences and stuff that might be embarrassing to you or something like that. So it's just anonymous, and it's a lot easier to speak to somebody to your problem. There's some disadvantages. You don't have like a clear accountable of leadership, like, so you're not really sure who's on the other line, on the other side, and like you don't know like their past or this and that, so you don't know like if the advice that they're giving you is like really like the correct one. So that might be a disadvantage. They might give you this lead to misinformation, and there might be potential harmful interactions. Say like, for example, someone that's been, I don't know, like molested by somebody that they met on the internet, like they might like not feel like very comfortable like going to an online self group, because it might, you know, like remind them or give them a flashback or something. So they just might not be very comfortable going on this online self-help group. So that's pretty much all the information I got from the book. So it wasn't too much. So I had to go online and get a little bit more information. So I found a case study, and this was comparing between in-person counseling and internet support groups. And basically, what the study said in 2005, they said that 68% of North Americans, 53% of inhabitants of Oceania and Australia, and 36% of Europeans use the internet. So that's basically like a lot of the population. So basically everyone has like a good, has access to the internet. Schiller's theory is that a tendency of solipsistic integration, that text communication is internalized with the correspondent becoming a character in the psyche of the person who they are communicating with. So what he believes is, like, I guess that like when you have a conversation, like say you write it or you're typing it out, you might be able to remember it better than, you know, just to have like just go up and talk to somebody really quick, then you leave and then you just forget that whole conversation y'all had. So they say that online it might be a little bit more effective that way. So the aims of the study were, would people habitually disclose more, feel positive about the idea of internet therapy? So basically, like, would it be a lot easier for people to go out through this study and like be able to share everything that they do and like the problems that they have over the internet? The study was 39 face-to-face therapy clients, and they used 130 online self-help groups. Most of them, the age was like between 16 and 65 of the participants. The results show that most people in self-help group on the online were they were more likely to go out through all the questions and be able to and answer all the questions that they asked them. They generally had a positive view of the internet therapy, and they clearly prepared to anticipate in it as a possibility. The attitude of those with mental health needs who are familiar with internet therapy was significantly more positive. So they're more positive with the whole thing and cooperating with the questions that the people were asking them, this and such. So the population, they don't have a lot of research because not a lot of people have started using it, but the people that have used it, like, they're getting really good feedback from it, and they really like it a lot, and especially with the whole anonymous thing, and a lot of people like that, but they're trying to, get it more popular, so people that are out there can get some help if they don't have the natural resources and things like that to be able to get it. So it's good.
Okay. I hope you guys all got something from there. Before we start the group, does anyone want to get any more cookies or anything? No? Okay, who wasn't here on Wednesday? Wonderful. I was hoping someone was going to be here. Okay. Did everyone do their homework? Did you do your homework?
I get cookies for it.
Okay, do you guys remember? Did anyone write it down or?
Like what we're supposed to do, or write down the
Description of the.
Oh.
You know it? Do you know yours? Yeah. You know. Okay, can I have your papers so I can know who y'all had? I don't know who everyone had.
Oh, like the little
things. Or you can just write what you had on a piece of paper and your name. That way I know. So like once we go through and discuss like what everyone had, we're gonna do like some scenarios. And since you wasn't here, you're gonna be that other person that everyone talks to. So like she has grief and loss, so if she lost like a husband or something, then you have to like be like the child of the grieving mother, something like that. Okay. If we have time, we should. Thank you. Did you write yours down?
You know what mine is. I don't know. I better wait and see what the boss says to do with it.
I need you to come join the group.
Okay.
Okay, so before we start, I just want to make sure that we're not like making fun of the person that we have. That we're not like, you can imitate them. Like if they have like a cough or something, then I don't mind like the coughing. If someone has a twitch or something, I don't mind it. But don't like make fun of the person. Let's be respectful at the same time. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna talk about, just gonna ask some questions. Why do you guys, okay, let's say that we're all here because you have to be here. There's no cost of any of you. You just have to be here, whatever. We're the professionals, pretend to be professionals, facilitating the group. Why do you, I want everyone to answer the question. So we can start at you, and you're the person. So first start out and say your name and your disease or disorder.
Like a monologue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. remember the day it happened, and I remember my reaction. I was never prepared for that, even when I hear about. You feel a pain in your chest, and you want to cry, and you want to yell, and you want to run at the same time. And you feel the smells, and you see the pictures, and all the memories come to your mind, and you cannot stop them, even if you want to. And there's a feeling that you are hopeless, and there's nothing you can do to fix it. You have to live with it. Then comes the angerness and the guilt that you could do something to help, or maybe you could stop it. Maybe you could just do something to avoid it, to happen. You just don't. Okay, so my name is Jordan, and I'm an alcoholic. And the reason why I turned to alcohol was my husband and I lost a child to cancer, and so alcohol was my solution.
My name is Libby. I have a sleeping disorder, and I came here to kind of deal with that. It's hard because it's dangerous. I can fall asleep at the wheel, and it affects relationships because they're not consistent. And people think it's a joke, but it's actually really serious, and it's really unhealthy. And so I came here to kind of deal with how to, figure out how to deal with the hardship of having a sleeping disorder.
My name's Allison, and I have a smoking addiction. I've had 10 miscarriages because of my smoking, and I only quit smoking for 8 months so that I could have my son. And I came here to get help to quit smoking so I can have another child, because I'm getting older, and the older I get, the less chance it is that I'm going to be able to have another child.
I'm Lauren and I have bipolar disorder. I've ruined a lot of relationships in my life. I just came here to see what kind of steps I can take to try and at least lessen the effects that I have on people.
I'm Courtney and I have a self-esteem problem. I never feel good enough about myself. I'm always trying to figure out how I want to look and who I want to be. And so I came here to learn how to respect myself.
My name is Kim, and I struggled with numerous narcotics. I've been addicted to heroin, cocaine, and marijuana. And in the results, I've been arrested 3 times. I've had 5 car accidents, and I've been in and out of rehab.
My name is Madison. Struggled with suicide because as a child I was abused by my father, and other people pushed me to do drugs, and eventually I just, at the end of the road, decided to try to end my life.
My name's Bill, and I'm here because somebody told me that I abuse alcohol. I don't think it's that bad. I think that I just need to control it. I got in a little trouble with DUI, but I'm not. That's not going to happen again. I don't really need to be here, but I got to be here. So, here I am.
Together, I want us to come up with a goal that we can all set for each and every one of us, like with the different problems and situations that we have. So, let's come up with a goal. Say this is a 12-step program, and everyone has their problems, whatever. Say that you are in other step-up groups also, like you're having, like say everyone's going to counseling and everything. So, what's a goal for yourself that you will want to have once you finish your 12-step program? Like something that everyone can like have at the end of the 12-step program.
think it would be good to be able to come to a place where you like value life and are excited about life. Sometimes that's not always.
Does everyone agree, or should there be another one? Everyone agree?
Well,
Yes.
I don't necessarily agree because I'm not sure why I'm here, other than I just need to control myself and, you know, so I like life. So I don't know. I just need to do this so I get out of trouble. So that the judge will get off my back. Because the guy that did my evaluation said I didn't really need treatment, that this is the one program that could get us.
Well, hopefully you get something out of it.
Well, I'm sure. I'm glad I'm here. I mean, it's just I'm sorry that I have to be here, but I don't know that I have a problem like the rest of you.
Well, we're glad you're here, so thank you for coming.
Okay, so who here can admit they have a problem right now? Who can admit that they have a problem? You can confess to the group that you have a problem. Raise your hand again.
What do you mean? A problem?
So, what are you here for? Why are you
See, because the court was ordered me to be here, so I mean, I have a problem with the judge.
Okay, so they told you that you abused alcohol, right?
Right.
Okay, so,
Control myself.
okay, group, let's help Mr. Bill here, realize that he has a problem that needs to get fixed. So let's give him things or ask him questions that may affect his everyday life that, say, you have family. And so with Courtney, with your self-esteem issues or problems that you have, some people may not want to be around you sometimes because you feel so low of yourself, and people probably try to get tired of hearing it all the time, you know? So let's ask Mr. Bill here some questions so that we may convince him that he has a problem that needs to be fixed. Would anyone like to start off with some questions?
When do you drink the most? Like when, is there like a certain time, like when you're stressed out or a certain event that triggers that? And how often do you drink a week?
No, I drink just 1 or 2 a day, and
Like beers or like,
usually beer. On the weekends I might have a mixed drink. But I got in trouble because I had a couple mixed drinks and I got in the car and drove and got caught. So I was perfectly fine. I don't know why they thought I needed to come. I mean, because they have these, I know I blew over this limit, but I wasn't, as far as I was, I got stopped for a tail light, so.
what made you think in that instance that you were okay to get in the car after a couple of drinks?
Because there wasn't any reason not to. I was fine. I didn't have any problem. I wasn't stumbling, I wasn't slurring, I just had a couple of drinks. You know, they sit outside those bars and they have cops that just to catch people, so. You know what I mean.
It was your first time getting in trouble with alcohol?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I understand if I don't, I have a problem because I didn't think about it ahead of time, but I don't know that I'm an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. I mean, the evaluation didn't say I was. So I have a real hard time being in a group, being the 12 steps, because I read the 12 steps and it says you're powerless. Well, I'm not powerless. I just need to make better decisions. But I understand that was a bad decision because I got in trouble. Believe me, it's cost me thousands of dollars, including this class. Yes.
Do you think you could go a certain amount of hours without a drink a week?
Sure, I can quit any time. I don't want to. I don't see why.
But do you
I just
think
need
you
not to
could?
get in the car after a drink.
will you prove it to us and be accountable to us and, and quit drinking while you're here with us, just to prove to us that you don't have a problem?
Is she the group leader? Because I'm getting confused.
We're recruiting.
Your peers are helping you out.
Yeah.
Can I answer your question?
Well, I'd agree not to drink and drive. I mean, I would definitely, if I ever drink and drive while I'm in this group, I would definitely, I mean, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not willing to say that I won't drink. I mean, I've already cut back some, because obviously when you're in trouble, you don't want to have any problem with anybody. I mean, if I got, if something happened and some police officer stopped me and said I was, or even on this, if I was walking, I could get public intoxication, I guess, but I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna be drunk. Yes.
Does your alcohol, when you consume it, do you have a certain effect on your family that you can notice?
No, not that I noticed. Nobody's ever complained.
So would you like to say that just the goal of you being here is to help you make better decisions?
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, I understand that. I'm not gonna get behind the car. Definitely not gonna drink and get behind the wheel, because I've learned my lesson there. I mean, I really have. This is costing me time. I could lose my job. I don't want to have to mess with the court system. Well, some of you know that, because I heard you had to be here too.
Is that a regular thing that you do, that you've done? Just drink and get behind the wheel? Or is this the first time you've just been caught?
Oh, I'm sure that I've had a couple of drinks that got me on the wheel, but I don't feel like I ever have and really been impaired. But I know there's a law, and I'm gonna follow the law. Because it's not worth it to fight them. I mean, I'm angry about it, but I gotta do it now, so I'll do it.
Are you angry that you got caught, or are you angry that, like, you could have been putting yourself or somebody else's life in danger?
Well, I'm willing to look at the possibility that, I mean, I understand that's what part of I have to take classes along with this that teach me, and I've seen some of it. So I understand that I may have been impaired and not known it. So, but I am angry that I'm angry that I had to go through this. I'm angry that I have to pay thousands of dollars because I got caught and nobody else did. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people in that bar that were twice as drunk as I was that drove, but I don't feel like I was as impaired enough to be there yet. I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm in the middle of it, okay? I haven't decided yet, but I'm willing to look at it.
Will your anger change your ways?
Will my anger change my ways? What do you mean?
Will it help you to be more aware of before when you go out and drink?
Oh yeah,
I
like I said, I don't want to ever have to go through this again. This is stupid. I mean, not that what you guys, I understand what you guys are doing is stupid, but I feel stupid because I had to do this, and it's like, I don't think I really needed this much, but that's the way it is, so I'm doing it.
Okay. Any more questions for Mr. Beal? No? Okay. Now we're going to move on to, we're going to do some scenarios type. So, if you could stand here in the circle in the middle. And who would like to go first with their Renfro,
What do you mean?
you're gonna see in just a second. Renfro, you have smoking addiction, right? What are you suffering with? What also are you suffering with?
Trying to have another child, and I can't do that unless I stop smoking.
Okay, so we could. So now we're gonna have the two gonna conversate. So you have a smoking addiction, and say you are the first child that she has had. So say if you don't stop your smoking addiction, and you want a little sister, little brother, kind of thing, whatever. How might a conversation go between the two of you?
Like if she was to ask me to have another,
Like why she would,
Yeah.
like why she wants this and shit.
Yeah. And then say you can't stop your smoking.
Mom.
Mommy, daughter.
Mom, I really want another, I want a sister. I'm bored playing by myself.
Well, that can't happen because I don't want to stop smoking. It's hard. Like the doctor already told me that if I don't stop, then you're not gonna have another sister. So
Why?
because of my body, it's ruined my body on the inside. And if I stopped now, it would still be really hard to have another child.
Can't you just stop for me?
I did stop for you. I stopped for 8 months, a total of 8 months to have you. I mean, if you really want another child, I mean, I can try really hard to stop, but I mean, it's going to be really hard, and I'm going to need a lot of help.
I'll help you, Mommy.
Well, that's good, but I think it's going to take a lot more.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, that was perfect. That's fine. Okay.
Sorry. Oh, no, you're good. Now, by talking to your kid, by talking to your kid, did you feel like any stronger desire to quit?
I mean, it makes me feel guilty knowing that my child sees that, like seeing that she's unhappy, not being able to have another sibling. And so it's kind of hard to like be focused on myself, and like obviously smoking makes me happy, and so it's hard to just see, okay, I'm happy, so that's all that matters, when my child isn't happy being by herself.
Do you think that there's other things besides smoking that can make you happy?
I'm sure there are. I haven't found anything.
Group, what things do you think, or Allison can fill that hole of smoking if she quit? What could she do?
Pictures. Watch pictures, you go see some senior stuff.
Anyone have any ideas of what she can do?
I know whenever my brother, he quit smoking, he invested himself a lot into one of his hobbies. Like, he loved to play the guitar. So he just kind of delved himself into that whenever he had the urge to smoke. So maybe you could do something like that with your hobbies or your interests.
Go for a walk. Spend more time with your family and keep you accountable.
Those are all good ideas. Okay, now who wants to role play next? Or we'll call on someone. Daniela.
No.
I was gonna call her next. Would you come up with me?
Nobody picked my shot. I didn't hear what he said.
You can give them something. You can give them something to work with.
Oh yeah. You had the death. So what was it, the death of who?
I didn't specify.
Okay. Well, what would you say to the person, like, that they were right there? This is that's gonna help.
How's that acting?
Oh, do you wanna sit down and?
Right, it's fine.
Is there anything that you would be able to share that would, like if you could talk to this person, or if you could talk to yourself?
I think that it really helped me when I went back home. That
2 months later, my mom and 2 of my friends went with me to the cemetery to give me some flowers. And when I was buying flowers for my friend, I played ball with her for 10 years. So when I bought flowers for her, it was like kind of ironic to see that I had the opportunity to give her flowers before I never did. Just that situation. Very respectful.
Is there anything else that you want to share with us?
I don't have any regrets at this. It's just like facing the change. Facing that it's not there anymore. I think as a Christian sometimes we try to be stronger and to, oh, don't cry, it's just heaven. That kind of thing. I think that's the last thing you want to hear when you're in that stage in your life. And it's something that you cannot stop. You can go hide from that.
Right. Because you're still here.
Yeah. So.
And they're not.
And it's amazing to see that you have a lot of people that will die. And
Apparently we all are.
yeah, it's, you can lose your parents, you can lose your siblings, or you can lose your friends every day. There's nothing to stop it.
So what do you need?